turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
Monumental scam. Buhari's officials stole 70 trillion naira, stashed it in the Nigerian banks. Now, there is a pending suit. Of course, the court has adjourned it to next year, 2023. Yes, to be precise, March 6, 2023. It has been adjourned to that date. Yes, a suit pending at the Federal High Court. The Honorable Justice presided over the case with the case number FHC/L/CS/968/2021 on March 7 and adjourned it to the said date. Yes, for a decision before the final adjournment. Yes, and so now, the money said to be stashed away in 29 bank accounts mainly is in the First Bank. According to the report, the money is enough to fund Nigeria's budget for 3 years with some change to keep. Thus, Nigeria will have balance from the money. 70 trillion naira. Buhari's officials have looted. You see, they are winding up the administration. They are winding up this obnoxious regime. And they are leaving no stone unturned to make sure that nothing is left of the coffers of the country. For 8 years of locust is coming to an end. And say, look, the efforts of a private investigator, Mohammed T. Ismail, and his team to recover the 70 trillion through the office of Ndarani, SAN and company, Sola's law chambers, have hit a brick wall because some powerful vested interests have intervened to thwart the case. That is it. The officials have looted the money, and you want them to recover it. The money they looted, because the money is supposed to have been recovered through the office of the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Federation. Of course, the minister have to collaborate or work in synergy with the CBN governor or the CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria authorities. Yes, to recover the loot. But what is happening? They are frustrating it. Look at the brief on the recovery and forfeiture of that 70 trillion naira of looted funds in the hands of few Nigerians, Buhari's officials. Now, the suit number we have said before, for emphasis sake, FHC/L/CS/968/2021 read, Mohammed T. Ismail, a private investigator, and his team were able to identify fraudulent bank accounts where trillions of illicit funds belonging to the federal government of Nigeria were domiciled. Mohammed T. Ismail needed a legal instrument to recover these illicit funds to the federal government of Nigeria. Mohammed T. Ismail therefore approached Ndarani, SAN and company, Sola's law chambers, and instructed him to write and request for a letter of mandate or instruction from the Attorney General of the Federation, the Minister of Justice, and also from the Minister of Finance, Budget and Economic Planning of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on his behalf for the recovery of the illicit funds hidden in some secret bank accounts in Nigeria. These funds belong to the federal government of Nigeria. This letter from Mohammed T. Ismail was received and acknowledged on the 6th of January 2021 by the head of the Department of Civil Litigation in the Ndarani, SN and Company, Sola's Law Chambers, Barrister Saidu Alfabala. Mohammed T. Ismail also swore to an affidavit on the same date of 6th of January 2021 in support of the instruction given to Ndarani, SN and Company, Sola's Law Chambers, as instructed and being convinced of the facts available. Ndarani, SN and the Company, Sola's Law Chambers wrote to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, the Minister of Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, and also to the Accountant General of the Federation. Ndarani, SN and Company, Sola's Law Chambers requested for a mandate and instruction to recover federal government looted and hidden funds. On behalf of his client, who is Mohammed T. Ismail, the copies of all these letters and correspondences, that is, they said, will be made available to anybody who requested it. Now, the office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice responded on the 14th of January 2021 by way of inviting Ndarani, SAN and Company Solar Law Chambers for a meeting scheduled for the 19th of January 2021 to discuss details and procedures for the recovery with the Asset Recovery Unit in the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice. 29 bank accounts where a combined sum of over 70 trillion naira belonging to the federal government was hidden were identified. But on the 21st of June 2021, the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice approved and issued the letter of instruction to recover illicit funds traced to specified accounts of individuals to Ndarani SAN and Company Solar Law Chambers. Now, the letter of instruction also listed the 29 bank accounts. The 29 bank accounts are in 17 banks in Nigeria. Now, as expected, Ndarani SAN and Company Solar Law Chambers ran to the Federal High Court 9, Ikoyi, Lagos, where most of the bank headquarters are domiciled. The report said the case was between, the case was between 1. The Federal Government of Nigeria, 2. The Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice as claimants/applicants against the 17 banks as defendants. That is it. So on the 9th of August 2021, Honorable Justice T.G. Ringem gave several orders, including an interim order for future. All the banks were served accordingly. The banks were also to provide Ndarani SAN and Company Solar Law Chambers all documents and information relating to the listed accounts. But shockingly, they said the banks could not provide information regarding the ownership of 26 out of 27 out of 29 accounts. Yes, that automatically meant that all the funds in the 27 accounts should be forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria, even as no one has come to claim ownership of the accounts. That is 27 accounts. Yes, 27 accounts. All right, has to be forfeited. And so, but they said, the hands of the cause have been tied down. Yes, they said no one has come to claim ownership of the accounts. Nothing has happened up until this present moment. And so they said the three accounts that stand out, the affected banks were able to provide documents relating to the three accounts. They said the Azani Bank, account number NNPC, remittance account number private. Look, the money there is about 32 billion naira in one account, just one account. So it's an example. So they provided it. But look, they immediately said they have swept the money. Yes, to the NNPC remittance account. Yes, they said the interesting part of it is that Zenith Bank PLC suddenly woke up from sleep and said that the 32 billion naira in the account number 10122804444 with account name NNPC remittance account private has been swept into NNPC remittance account Costa PLD SAS account number, as we have said, from where it was eventually transferred to CBN and TSA account with the CBN on the 7th of January 2016. So look, this is fraud. But what we are saying is this: all these things, if you recover it, who is going to get the money? You forfeit to the federal government, who will reloot, isn't it? So this is a charade. We have known what happened. They have stolen 70 trillion naira. Yes, the money meant for 5 generations, from the present generation to the next generation. Yes, that's the money I've stolen. For the unborn children, money that's supposed to be kept for the unborn children, or the money that's supposed to have, used to develop the country for the benefit of the unborn generations and even those who are living. They are going hungry. I think that's the most important thing. Those who are living today, they will be alive to preserve the future of the unborn generations. And for now, they are dying in hunger and poverty. So how do we guarantee the future of this country? If the people who are supposed to nurture the children to grow, and for the children to have children that will, sustain the country, sustain the African race. So what are we talking about? Looting. They are looting.